Hello to all you wonderful conveyor belts logistical fanatics. This is Sidrat Gaming. I am, of course, Sidrat. I am playing Dyson Sphere Program. It's a crazy logistical game released in 2021 by Youthcat Studio with regular updates, making the game a top-tier buy for your interstellar logistical planning dreams and aspirations. Harness the power of the stars with the Dyson Sphere. We start on a planet gathering materials by hand, even though we are a giant robot. If you like the video, check out the game, and please like and subscribe. New episodes of the game, of the playthrough, is going to be releasing every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm also using a voice attack to mimic the holding down of the left mouse button just to prevent wear and tear on my mouse and digit on my finger. It's entirely optional. It's not really important in this game that much, as you want to be automating as much as possible as quickly as you can, but I've got it, so I'll just use it. So the plan for episode 1 will be a familiarization of the game and to get to the blue science up and running. But the new updates, or one of the most recent updates, was Rise of the Dark Fog. This is a hostile AI swarm, as you can see on the screen now, and they will hunt you down. They will destroy your bases. You should be proactive in hunting them, finding them, repelling them, and ultimately getting rid of them. But it's good for story if you're into that sort of thing. And if you do want that, leave a comment and I'll consider an alternate playthrough with the enemy AI enabled. There's also things coming up as well. But this is what you've got in the game so far. Automated massive factories, planet scale, but you're not fixed on one planet. You will need to go to other planets, as well as gas giants, and ultimately the entire point is building a Dyson sphere around a star. It doesn't have to be where you start either. It could be any star. And as far as I'm aware, there could be multiple stars if you really want to do that. But yeah, you've got blueprints, so you can create something that works and copy and paste it to save time. As long as you've got the materials to buy it, it's absolutely fantastic. Dyson Sphere customization, really powerful. This is a Dyson swarm, and you've got different planets, different biomes, black holes, pulsar. Yeah, wow, cool. But essentially, because you're building on different planets, you've also got interstellar logistics, and these protons are, I think, they're energy being sent from the source to the destination for battery conservation. You've got your own personal robot customization as well, if you like that sort of thing. So without any further ado, let's start up the game. Yeah, and we can create a new galaxy. So number of stars, 64 is the highest number of stars, 32 is the lowest. It doesn't matter because, as you can see from the star type on the right, the ratios will remain. So you'll just have more options of finding similar material around your area. But we can do 32 stars. Now, resource multiplier. This is a single player game. If you want the standard resources on nodes, leave it alone. If you want to make the game harder with less material available, lower it down. Okay, We don't want that one, as I've mentioned. But obviously, if you do keep it as 1.0, eventually what you mine will run out. Bear that in mind. You'll need to move your logistics and area of operations around. Obviously, you can bump it up 2, 3, 5, 8, and then infinite. That means once you build it, it will always continue running at the capacity that it's set for. Okay, because you know I'm old. Scouse very difficult. 0.3. I think even then you would have to consider what you build and how much of it you build, because especially if you've only got a solar system with 32 planets as well. Maybe that may be okay, but again, you're going to want to really jump start your progress through the tech tree. But I'll be playing on infinite. We don't want sandbox on. It's fine. For creative and planning builds, and blueprint plans, of course. But what I do want, we don't have cluster seeds. Cluster seeds. What cluster seed? What can we? Give me a number. No, I don't want that number. Let's try 4 instead. Second number. Yeah. Yep. I'm hearing you. Okay, that's cool. It's an 8-digit code by the look of it. So let's type and press enter. That's cool. Right. So this is the solar system that we have now. We're starting in the middle. We are joined. Wow, we've got a neutron star. See, you're brilliant with the cluster seed. We've got a neutron star right there. That should be one of the first systems we can visit. Sorry, it's not a neutron star, it's a white. It's a white. No, it is a neutron star. Look, we've got a neutron star, white dwarf. The M type is further away. We've got the K. We've got M. And we've got K's in green. What's this one? Blue giants. B star, B star. Okay. How many O stars? We've only got the one, and that's there. And we've got the black hole at the far edge as well. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that number. Let's see how it plays out. Okay. If you're new to the game, detailed hints will be useful. If you played before, you can get the key points. But I've got over 300 hours, so I'm going to take the risk. And I'm going to be quiet now, so you can listen to the intro. And that does look epic. So this is our starting system. We're swinging around the local star. We've got a planet over there. We've got a gas giant. And we're landing on that Earth-like world. Small one. It doesn't matter where you land. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you land. It doesn't take that long to get all the way around the planet, and eventually you'll be able to unlock technology where you can see the nodes from orbit on the map screen. I'll show you the map screen shortly, but we're doing a cutscene where we land, and we generally land near iron, copper, coal, wood, etc. And trees, yeah, lots of trees. One. Good voiceovers so far. Wow. Oh, wow. I've got that turned on already. Oh, I know. Sorry about that. I have the wrong profile set up. Right. Sorry about that. That's better. Right. That is much better. Yay. I thought this was the game I used voice attack for. But no. I'll do that. I'll just program getting rocks, trees. Get rid of that one and two. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Ba-ba-ba. So we've got that one. And in order to get electromagnetism, we need to make 10 magnetic coils. So that will be copper, I believe, and iron. So we will need copper ingots and iron. Nope, that was not started. There we go. Right, so... right, okay. Getting familiar with the buttons here. So we've got a bunch of stuff. We've got titanium ore from rock. That's just a lucky drop. We've got coal, we've got stone, logs, plant fuel, kimberlite ore, iron and copper ingots, magnet, excellent, and we've got cores, boom. But we can also fuel ourselves and regenerate energy using plant fuel, organic crystal, you can see if you hover over it, you'll have the fuel chamber generation and the energy type. So yes, you could use that. You can't use that. You can use coal because that gives 2.7 megajoules. This organic crystal will give 1.8, so it's not worth using unless you're making tons and tons and tons of it. But look at the material requirements. And I don't think you can build them yet. I think that's locked. Kimberlite oil. Right, so I know what you're asking. How do you build magnetic coils? Well, first, I think we may be able to do it. We've got copper. So each one will build 2 magnetic coils. So that's useful. So we will need, so we need 5 of those, 5 of those, 10 of those. Absolutely fantastic. Right, okay. Right, let's press F. I've got 10 already. So I can build these straight away. I can build a maximum of 5. It's telling me how much I can build because I've already got these 2 items here. So let's go, boom, done. And it's starting building the magnetic coil straight away. If we didn't have the material on hand, let me have a look here. Sorry, if we didn't have the mid products, but we had the raw materials, it would build the mid products for us. So with magnetic coil, it would build magnets if we had iron ore, which is very nice. So with that done, we have now unlocked some buildings. Oh, nice. There we go. Obviously, it's not going to work because we need power. So we'll use this wind turbine to power that building there. And it's spinning. That's item number 1, F1 on the keyboard. Right, so we've got iron ore. There we go. We've got iron ore there. That's fine. So if we wanted to build magnetic coils, we can do so. It's telling us we can build 5. Why? Because we've already got the copper, and it will automatically make the required number of magnets for us, which is a quality of life feature that I wish was present in so many other games. Obviously, if you are building it to be manually assembled, you will have to build that. You'll have to smelt that. Actually, they're both made in smelters, made in smelting facility. So you need smelters to build your magnets and smelters to melt your copper into ingots. Merge them together into an assembler to make magnetic coils. Simple, huh? No, it's not, because you don't have assemblers at this point in time. Circuit boards, you'll need to combine iron ore and copper, or iron ingots and copper ingots together, and that makes 2 circuit boards for every 2 units of iron and 1 unit of copper or ingot as well. So let's scan around. We've got some. We've got copper here. We've got. Oh, this is lovely. That is copper, isn't it? Yay! Look how big the robot is. Look how big the gas giant is. I think this would actually look stunning in VR. You can play it as that down top view, or even through the eyes of the robot itself. I don't think it would matter, except when it comes to building the factories. But can I build a miner? Yes, I can, but we do need copper. So I'm standing right here. And this is part of the game. I think this was a new improvement. Let me just double check. Keybinds. Well, I think multiple commands. Click, collect. Mouse button 4. We will be able to fly eventually, of course. Shift, speed up. Unlock mouse in cruise mode so you can look around. Phone to build, 3 options. Copy selected building. Yeah. Copy and paste recipe, that's going to be a big one. Okay. No worries. How much? I've got 14 units of copper ore so far. So we may as well start melting them as we go through. There we go. So as you press in the build orders, it's taking away the inventory because you've already set it off. Okay. Again, another quality of life feature which is really great because you don't have to manage your own personal inventory. It does it for you, like on an escrow system. Do we have got 40 of them as well? But I also need magnets, don't I? Not as important as these. As you can see, you need 1 iron ore to 1 iron ingot. You need 1 copper ore to 1 copper ingot. You may as well make them interchangeable. It's just a required step before it could be used in most products. The magnets uses ore. The ingots uses the ore as well. So the gear will need the ingot. Circuit board will need the ingot, and stone brick. Stone brick, you don't need that at the moment because you can see what we have researched for that item will be used by the mining machine. So we can click on the mining machine and now we know that we can build 6. Do I want to build 6? I don't see why not. No, I don't want to build 6 straight away. We've got a nice supply of resources. Let me have a look. Where's the best place to build? Because I've got copper and ore, copper and iron right there. So if we build, we've also got copper and iron here as well. So if we build out here, not really looking at the buildings at this point in time. What we want to do is get circuit boards, magnetic coils, magnets, iron and copper ingots going, as well as gears. So we will need iron ingot, 3 iron ingots, 3 iron ingots for these two. So that's iron ore. I only need 2 of those. 2 iron ore, 3 iron ingots. And we got 1 copper there, 1 copper there, so it's just 2 copper as well. So let's do I have, no, I haven't. So let's do 2 miners to begin with. So it's building the iron ingots and the circuit boards for us, as well as the gears, and then it will go on to build 2 mining machines. We'll also need to build as many power structures as possible, so let's get them as well. The game doesn't care if you build or what you build in which order, but we want to cover as many nodes as possible. Will I be able to hit number 7? Not that angle. It doesn't matter if I couldn't, because the conveyor belts will only be tier 1, which are slower than tier 3, for example. So that's good. We've got that one there, and it looks as if it's going in the opposite direction, but that's fine. 210 per minute if you can cover 7 nodes without being blocked, like that. Or, what is it? Like 160 otherwise. But they're not working because we are not powering anything. Actually, let's go over here. We can break this. We can break these 2 down. X, boom, boom, gone. So now where do we want to build our power farm? One, 2, 4. How many have we got? 5. Well, this coil should, yeah, if we put that one there. We also want it to cover buildings, although I am making Tesla towers shortly as well. But we've got iron and copper ore as well, so that's all good. Right, so I've got 4 on the left hand side of the screen and 1 in the middle, but they're not linked together. So this one will only be generating its own power. That is, what, 300 kilowatts? Right, okay. It's absolutely fine powering this machine, but it can't reach anything else unless it's in that highlighted circle. These 4, on the other hand, should be generating 100%, like so. So that's 300 kilowatts each. If we use the Tesla tower to link them together, like so, Uh, it's now telling us that we're generating 1.5 megawatts using those 5 wind turbines, and we're using 24 kilowatts of that. That's going to change. Don't worry about that. I forgot I am going to need coverage over that one too. So let's do this one here. Right, okay, let's put that one there. And I will build, let's get rid of that one. We'll build some of them. And it's building the ingots, magnets, building that one, magnets of coal, in order to allow us to build those. But these machines are working. They're producing stuff. It produces up to 50 at a time before it stops. Insufficient power. Oh, insufficient power compared to the other one, because it could be operating faster because it's covering more nodes. That's only got 5 nodes, hasn't it? No, 6, and that's 7. But it's absolutely fine because that one isn't connected to the other 4. Yeah, not yet. Anyway, we've now got these. So what I will do, place them there. This gives me an area to build in, and I can turn that on like that, and now it's always on. So if I'm building any powered items, machines in the blue grid, it will be powered, and that's lovely. So this is the mining machine there. We'll stick that in the inventory like so. But we need to be researching. Should we research basic logistics first? Or yeah, let's start that one there. This one unlock glass and the smelter. So we will need rock in some capacity as well. So let's do that one here. And in order to build or research that, we will need to build 10 of them. We only need to run 5, of course, but we'll have spares. And 10 of them. Again, we're building 20 because I know what's coming up next. We need gears as well. We can stick it in a queue. It's absolutely fine. We've also got personal upgrades as well. That's blue. Yeah, that's blue matrix. So that's really what we're gearing up for, aiming towards for this playthrough. Mecha core, we can get more power and durability and weapon range. 80 megajoules. I'm going to do that one. Yeah, let's empty these machines so that they actually do keep running. Bum, bum, bum. Right. Got one mining, we've got one of them. That's fine. The smelter is almost done. Excellent. The smelter is done. We've got glass now. What are we waiting for? Cogs. I forgot the cogs. Always forget the cogs. Right, bump that up. There we go. Bum, bum. And it's building. I'm just making room. Cool, right. So now we can start building. Listen to that guy. He does talk sense. Right, so we've got copper there, iron there. We need. We've got 3 smelters. Right, so with 3 smelters. Right, so how many did I say we need? Right, so that's 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we need 3 iron ingots and 1. So that's 4 in total. 3. Yes, we need 4 smelters, 3 ingots, and 1 magnet. There we go. That should be nice and cool. Let's do that one there as well. I want to build. I'm not going to build chests. We're going straight into the smelter. Do I have? I've got 3 smelters, so I just need 1 more. And because I've got the raw materials, it can build the components for me. I don't need to go back and forth, which is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, and we can. I've got 20 of those, so this is cool. Will we be able to make 4? Excellent. Right, that's cool. Right, so that comes at the end. 1 gear, that goes. These 2 assembler products can go in the middle. So one of them, two of them. So this one here could be making gears, and these two can be sent along to do circuit boards. So we'll need two. Yeah, we'll need two of these smelters coming off there so that it could go into a magnetic coil from there. And oh no, need two of them. Yeah, we need two of those. Okay. Is that right? One of them, one of them. Two, yes. Okay, not a problem. Not a problem. Let's build another burner. That's fine. Totally missed it. One ingot. Two iron ingots. That's three in total. Three iron ingots and two magnets. That makes five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Right. And we'll copy, paste. There we go. And we do need more conveyor belts. For every 2 ingots and a gear, you're going to be making 3 conveyor belts at a time. So with my run of 10, I'll end up with 30 units of conveyor belts, which is absolutely nothing. By the way, you want to get conveyor belts and sorters automatically produced. You want to get them produced so that you can use them, but with advancements you'll also have Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. Okay, and you'll use the Mark 1 to help build the Mark 2 along with other pieces and so on. Let's do that one and that one. Bum, bum, bum. But we can make our Icarus stronger. 2020 and yeah, now we've got enough. Now we've got plenty. Okay. My little drones are doing that, so excellent. How many sorters do I have? I'm going to need more sorters as well. Unfortunately, that's a 1-to-1 item, so yeah. Oh, I know what I haven't researched. I haven't researched basic assembly. I've got no factories. All right. Let's get on with it. These machines, because they're powered, will work. All we need to do is fill them up. And we can do that by hand. Like so. It's absolutely fine. It's fine to do it to begin with when you're doing the beginning stuff. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I should put more in to keep my power up. And there's probably going to be a coal node around here. So that's copper over there. Iron veins. Copper. What is that over there? That is definitely something. Stone. Right, okay. I think these are all coal. There we go. Do I go over there? If I walk into a tree, I don't get any resources for walking in trees. Right, okay. Not compared to mining them. There we go. Right, so we can take the magnets. Take them. Take them. Absolutely fine. I've noticed I'm running out of power, so I'm going to go there while I still can at a reasonable speed. Oh, look at that. That's the system. That's the... Oh, wow. And I can hover over water, but I can't fly yet. Let's mine this. There we go. Coal's being taken up. I can scroll out. This is our solar system. What is going on here? And here we go. So we've got the gas giant there. We've got the first system, which is lava. We've got a system on its outer edge, which is planet Ice Frostia. Can we actually view it? We can view it, but we don't know what's on it. Don't know that information yet. We need Cosmic Exploration Level 2 over here. But it's got high wind, 100% construction area, and only 66% solar because it's far away. And it doesn't have an ocean. Compare that to the lava planet, and that's got 87% construction area, 70% wind, and 135% solar, which is quite nice. So exploration 2, yeah. It also tells you the angle, the orbit, inclination, latitude, longitude, etc. Which will come in handy for when you're designing a swarm yourself. Right, and let's go back to the planets. Have I stopped mining coal now? I have. Perhaps I should not have done. Actually, we've got a miner. We've got a miner, and more importantly, we've got a container as well. Boom. Oh, we don't have a container. Okay, no worries. I should be able to build a few. Containers are used for storing products, items. So you can create a buffer so your stuff will fill up and you can pull from the container, and that's absolutely fine. It will give you like breathing space for you to add on another miner, or upgrade the belts if you need to do that, in order to keep up with the demand of your logistics. That is absolutely fine. That's not a problem at all. And this is a long way away, so I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to need to build at least one of these, but I'll build all four. And while I'm at it, we can also build them as well, but not enough. Yeah, not enough. No worries. Right, okay, we'll stick that there. Put that inside here on that side. Nope. That I will be doing. There we go. That will fill up now. And right, okay. So is that fine? 300. 300. Yeah, he's talking about verticality there. So you build up instead of out. Right, okay. Let's throw you in. That's all good. And then we'll go back to, we'll get these done. Directionality matters when you're putting on sorters, because if you did it that way, from the building to the belts, it would be trying to put stuff on. And now that I'm in the area, I will be able to start getting the basic assembling done. So we don't need more of that. We need more of that. Clearly, right. Excellent. Right. So now we need 10 of them. We need 10 of them. That's fine. We need 5. What's the shortage then? Oh, iron. There we go. Now we can build them. Okay, this is going to take much longer. blue, the blue science electromagnetic matrix you only need to start a production line consisting of circuit boards and magnetic coils. Once you've got these set up, making a good number, then you can feed it into this building here to build the blue science. You'll need the same building to use that science, and that science will then go on to be used to unlock further research, like fluid storage liquids, high efficiency plasma control, remote power transmission facility that can draw electricity from the power grid and charge the mecha. The range that it will cover, I believe, is smaller in terms of the distance between one pole and itself. But it is very useful to have, so you don't have to keep going back to the coal all the time. Electromagnetic drive, you'll need a source of iron ingots, gear, magnetic coil as well. But you will also, before you do that, you'll also need to create 50 blue matrices. And you've got engine and weapon systems here, which we can safely ignore. We'll need the engines, however, I think. First, no, we don't need the engines. That's cool. We'll need the electromagnetic drive, magnetic particle trap, super. Oh, cool. Satellite power distribution. Gravitational wave refraction. Strange matter. The research grid has changed since the last time I saw it. What's that? Engineers can remotely operate the hollow beacons, setting markers or editing comments to better manage and plan the entire facility. Oh, cool. So it's a blueprint projector, essentially. These pillars can serve as reliable landmarks over a wide area, helping engineers quickly locate specific points. All right. And you only need 100 blue research for that. Energy matrix. This is the red energy. We need 200. That's graphite and other stuff you can get from a star. Where right, thermal power. Thermal power, you can use coal, you can use anything that creates power. You throw it into the machine, it generates electricity, you stick it into your grid, jobs are good. Right. Yeah, why not? Boom. Because we can get to blue power without making any logistical operations at all, because I haven't. You can see that. Let's get rid of these here. Like so. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Get rid of them. And that one too. Okay. But now, actually, I should be building, well, we can use assemblers to build assemblers. iron ore, obviously we can, because assembling machine Mark II will require Mark I machines. Right, okay. But I'm not going to be thinking of that. I want to need these two to go into the magnetic coil. The magnetic coil requires copper ingot. So the first thing we'll be doing is building two of them. Y2. One for that one. One for that one. One for that one. Two of them. Excellent. Ba-bam. But let's grab this belt and stick it there for the time being. Put those two there and there. That's fine. We can use that reach. Oh, that's so annoying. I can make that work, because that's, I know. So that can come down there. That one goes into that one. Right, okay. Assembler, assembler. So we can put the first assembler here. Ba-ba-bum. That's making those. Again, directionally is important, but I believe if you press, I thought you could actually edit it. Let me click on up, down level, don't select the building, reset to service, put items back. Oh. Okay, never mind. We don't attach them because this conveyor belt is for that output, and that is going to be building ingots and ingots, just like that. So they're not producing ingots because they haven't got any copper ingots, copper ore yet, but they will have. I'm just getting this stuff done like that. We'll also need to bear in mind where they come out of. So we're building the magnetic core, and it can come out that way, or it can come out there like so. I will need a machine an assembler to build. Oh, right, okay. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, 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 dun. And our electricity grid has gone yellow, which is good. Okay, fine. 75%. They're all connected. It's connected as well. Is connected, right. Marvelous. Let's do. That's 30. I will build enough for spares. They will definitely be used at some point. Always. And we may as well get a starts over here as well. So now we can grab like so. Stick that one on the outs, this one coming in, that one coming around and down this way. And that's when I need more energy and power. That was a bit excessive. Yeah, verticality. You can stack things on top of up to a limit based on research. So the bottom will fill up and then the top one will fill up. So you've effectively doubled the capacity, which is nice. And excessive. We don't need that much yet. But we're now making magnetic coils. And if you want to start yeah, we can do that one. Go into here. Okay. We can't do that just yet. Go away. Oh. But what we can do instead, when it's not too close, so as long as it's keeping up, it will click and make one magnet every 1.5 seconds. And these are making magnets as well. That's doing. These have got 100 ingots already. So let's make a. Do I need to? No, I don't need to. I'm going to be making a factory all by itself so that we can start making more wind turbines, because we should have enough being built, except for the gears, which I haven't started yet, which is so bloody annoying. Stick that one there. It's too close, isn't it? It's too close. Actually, do we need it? Gears we'll need to make going out anyway, so circuit boards we'll do next. Using these two machines. Yeah. That was a happy little accident, that was. That should work. Right, it's not pretty, it's not elegant, it is spaghettified. There are better designs or more compact designs, better flows. But I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that. Forgive me if it's wrong, but I don't want to. Would it be faster? Probably. Would it be as fun? Yeah. But that works. So let's get rid of the overlay. So this belt feeds it, that belt feeds that. And what this belt will do, once I give it some gear, oh right, okay, this is supposed to be gears. Right, in that case, it's going to crack on straight away. Boom. Straight away. And I'm going to get the gears. We're going to be needing more than one gear factory, but I think we may be alright leaving it there. Actually, let's just build it like so. Right, job done. Now it's emptying the gears and filling it up so that I can get filled up. Are we okay? We're okay for power until we activate these by using them. So now that we've got a more healthy supply, right, we can build 35 with what we've got. So that means if I place down that randomly, that should allow us I have gears, and we've got those as well. Brilliant. So those go in, those go in. All I'm doing is holding down the shift key and clicking on the items. I'll also build a quick and nasty bin for them as well. Boom. But now I can start. Now I can start looking at the blue stuff and finish building these things that will go in here somewhere. I may move the Tesla towers around. But yeah, let's see. We've already got 7 wind turbines. Is that? And now I've got 9 in total, 10 in total. Let's stop that one before it gets ridiculous. Even more ridiculous. And so we've got 3 of those, so that's fine. No. That's fine. This is okay as well. Science. It's got two operations. Yes, as I was saying, it's got two different modes. Research mode, where you feed it blue research cubes, or where we produce them. If we want to, we need to produce them, of course, and to do that, they will need to be fed a source of circuit boards and magnetic coils. Magnetic coils are over there, which is going to be slightly annoying, but that will be fine. So I'm going to dismantle the tower for a little while. Let's place it here. Yeah, because it's then out of the way, but close enough. So we've got electromagnetic cores over there, and circuit boards. Circuit boards, we'll need one of those, two of those, these two here, and if this looped that way and not that way, we would then be able to, oh dear, you don't lose anything if you delete it, which is nice. So, and it also doesn't matter which way around it goes either. So let's get the cores back up. And these in. And then the conveyor belts. Dun, dun, dun. Actually, no conveyor belt. It's going straight into there. So we've got that one there. We'll need these two and that one to be joined up. So by joining them up here, that can then joined up here as well. Oh. Alright. Conveyor belts. Cogs. There we go. Yeah, I'm not turning those on yet. Right, so that's 30. We'll make as many as we can. Should be slightly more than we were able to a few minutes ago. How many have I got now? 60. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I'll also need more sorters as well. So that's enough for them. Don't need to dismantle it, just change the recipe. Oh, that's annoying. Right, we may as well make the sources by hand because it's going to make us the circuit boards already. So that's fine. I'm going to be adding a few more power towers here, that's fine. And something to bring it over here. Right, so these two, that one. Alright, so that goes in, that goes in. Oh, that's too close. And that goes there as well. Bring that one out. That's all good. That's all good, and it will be when we plug things in. That's that one there. Bum, bum, bum. Got them. Need to put two there as well. That's fine. Click on that, go that way. And now we've got these two, which can go on the same belt. Excellent. So we've got these being built, circuit boards being built. So we've got the magnetic coils being built as well. And the only reason we were building those, other than they are needed, is to build blue science blocks. Right, so let's build blue science blocks like that. So we need that one going in. We'll also need a way to get them out as well. But we can actually build matrix slabs. we can build 3 with just what we're carrying. So I'm going to be building 3. You need 1 of each of those 2 for the blue, and that will be absolutely fantastic. Right. 8. But in the meantime, these still need to be being built. So I'm going to have to run track. Run track down there. We can run track this way as well. Actually, put that one there. That one there. That's fine. If you want a reminder as to what's on the belt, memo icon. The memo icon also tells you all of the items in the game, all the buildings eventually you'll come across and research for, all the recipes, technology types, upgrades, upgrade 1s, upgrades 2s, and signals for your own reasons. Veins, so the natural resources that you can find along the way as well. Attack. Cool. Yeah. Certainly if you've got a big factory and it's condensed and there's a lot going on, then those memo tags will be helpful. Certainly for your own sanity as well. We've got nothing going in there, but now we have. And so we're making science. It's not pretty, but it is science. And we should now have the ability to... is it too close? Don't tell me it's too close. Right, okay, fine. Apparently it's too close. So what we can do is stick that as an offset. Actually, we can build up. Brilliant. Now we've got 2 factories building, double the units of blue science. And if we put that there in groups of 2, select the bottom one, click on science, excellent. And bring some track along to there. 2 sources may be enough. Come on. But yeah, that's one way of doing it. Not the prettiest, but it is one way. And every start will run. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, every start will run on the same principle. The planet may be different, but you're looking for a close group of iron and copper. And because of the settings we've had at the beginning, this will run forever. I need never visit this place ever again. Kind of. Let's research something that's requiring. Yeah, let's do that one there. Okay, because this is fuel. It's quite good. It's got 9.72 megajoules. Or shall we unlock thermal power? Yeah, we can unlock thermal power, start building more powerful power generators instead of relying on wind all the time. That will require 30. And we don't even need it in our inventory. Is going straight into the matrix lab. And that will be done in what, a minute or so, give or take. The next one I will be doing, well, we need 120 of those. That could take longer in our current setup. But once you've got the basics and you've got an inventory, then you can start playing around with being more efficient. For example, these are full by the look of it. So they're doing as much as they can. So if we build more matrix labs, then we can get through that science research faster. Although 8 seconds. I thought we did have thermal. There we go. We've got thermal. So what's that given us? That has, there it is. That has given us a thermal power plant. And if we had a unit of coal somewhere, which we do, but quite a distance away if I remember correctly. Where did it go? If I zoom out. Ah, here we go. Right, so we were facing it after all. But yeah, over there, running happily on wind turbine, absolutely fine. But now we can get it to run on a more efficient material, and we can string in some pylons to connect it up to the main wind turbine grid. So it becomes one grid and not 2 separate grids. Boom. And can I get closer to the water? Eventually, you will be researching. Where did it go? Reclamation. There we go. 400 blue. That will allow you to lay foundations on the planet, so you're not going to be using a lot of water, and this is far too much water, far more than we need. You'll be paving the entire thing over and building wherever you want. It's much more efficient than taking soil and putting it in a sea to make a bridge. Just pave over it. Unless, of course, you need that particular water. And if we can do that one, can these join up in shallows? Oh, right. Four. Well, this itself becomes a power generator anyway, so if we stick it there, is it on the correct side? Yes. Yes, one side has 3 inputs and the other side has 2 inputs, so that should be fine. Except I don't have any inputs. That's fine. and I'm not going to know if it's going to work until good. Bum, bum, bum. Actually, did I not? Right, okay. Let's start researching it anyway. This will only take, what, 3-4 minutes or so. If you're planning on going to work in the morning, don't start this game up at 10 o'clock at night because you're going to miss your sleep. It's very much we are almost there. One more thing to do, and to have fun with that. Oh, we need, right, okay, so if we power it up, then these are all milestones. How interesting. Okay. Then that should be creating fuel. And now it's not going to get us over, is it? Foundation. Do I have dirt? I don't have. Environment modifications yet. That's steel, crystal, solar power. Fluid, high efficiency. And everything down there is. Consumers found that dot file. Nope, that's fine. Don't need any of those. Hydrogen fuel rod. They're so cool. But yeah. Apply superconductor, tritium, processor, crystal smelting, reclamation. You can go a lot faster than I can, okay? But if you want to start seeing the solar system and beyond, you need to start. You need to start researching. I think it's that one. Yes, that one. In order to do that, you need the engine components. So you do need engines. Where is it? Engine component. But that's 20 blues. Once you've got 20 blues, engine, come over, drive engine, unlock mecha flight, and 150 coal. Boom. Right, so we'll be flying. Won't be flying far, but you will be able to fly. You need red science in order to leave the solar system. And it's also good to unlock drone speed as well. Oh, that's construction drone. Okay, no. I mistaken. Vertical construction. If you want to double your science input and output, that's the one, 400 red. Pile sort upgrade, distribution range, logistics, vein utilization. The top line isn't going to affect me, but if you are running on limited nodes, as soon as you get red, well, not as soon as, but very quickly after you get red, do that one. And it will help. I'll research it because it increases mining speed for the mining buildings. So yeah, and some of the mining buildings are really, really cool. But I am not necessarily drowning in water, but we can actually pick up straight from the belt as well. Control. There we go. How many do you think I should? That's fine. Let's do that one. It's not going to work. Will this work instead then? How far? It will work. Right, okay, cool. Ba-bam. There's got to be a closer node. I've got engines. Yeah, so I need to build 50 engines. Wow. Wow. Okay. Once you've got the logistics down, once you lay out in your head and in the game, then it becomes so much easier. Over there is building blue blocks very slowly. I could find a different spot and build red blocks. That should be fine. Doesn't have to go, as far as I'm aware, it doesn't have to go into the same building. At least I think that used to be the case, but don't quote me on that. This, if you've watched all the way through, you are legendary, and I thank you for that. If you want to support the series, just like and subscribe. Tell your friends. If you don't like it, leave a comment and tell your friends how bad it is and that they should see it as well. All the way through to the end, of course. And in the meantime, have a great day today, tomorrow. By being an epic example of humanity, do something kind for a stranger because you can. Do something amazing for a loved one because why not? And of course, take care of yourself too because you deserve it. And I will see you next time.